Every single day, sellers walk into meetings, make calls, send emails, all hoping to close a deal. But there is one moment that every seller dreads more than any other. The moment the buyer says, "That is too much for us." And right there, most sellers panic. Their stomach drops. Their brain goes into survival mode. Before the buyer even says another word, the seller folds. They offer a lower price. Just like that. Money gone that never had to go. But here is the truth. Negotiation is not a fight. It is not about crushing the other side or winning at all costs. Real negotiation is two people trying to find terms that work for both of them. When done right, everybody wins. But before any of that, you need to understand something important. Negotiation starts long before the price conversation. It starts the very first moment you meet the buyer. Buyers negotiate harder with sellers they do not trust. And they are far more flexible with sellers who made them feel understood. Now let us talk about the 3 mistakes that quietly cost sellers the most money at the negotiation stage. Mistake number 1. Caving too early. The buyer says the price is too high. And before they finish the sentence, the seller is already dropping the number. No questions. No pause. Just straight down. This tells the buyer that your original price was never real. And that pushing you is always worth it. Mistake number 2. Taking the pushback personally. The buyer is not attacking you. They are doing their job. When you get emotional, the deal stops being about business. It starts being about feelings. And feelings never close a sale. Mistake number 3. Offering concessions before the buyer even asks. Giving things away for free before the conversation has even started. Every free concession you give teaches the buyer that pushing you has no cost. They will keep asking. Because why would they stop? Now here is the mindset that changes everything. Amateurs think about what they need from the deal. Professionals think about what the buyer needs. When you know what the buyer values most, price, speed, support, payment terms, you know exactly what to give and what to protect. A buyer who values speed above everything else does not actually need the lowest price. They need the fastest solution. Give them that. And the price conversation changes completely. Step 1 of negotiating like a professional. Never react. Always respond. A reaction is instant and emotional. A response is calm and deliberate. One costs you money. The other puts you in control. Pause. Then say, "I hear you. Can you help me understand what you had in mind?" That one question changes the entire direction of the conversation. Because when a buyer says the price is too high, sometimes they genuinely cannot afford it. And sometimes they are simply testing you. You must find out which one before you say another word. Step 2. Get to the real interest behind what the buyer is saying. According to the Harvard Negotiation Project, the biggest mistake in negotiation is focusing on positions instead of interests. A position is what someone says they want. An interest is the real reason underneath it. Think of it like an iceberg. Most of what matters is below the surface. When you understand the real why, you can often solve the problem without touching your price at all. Maybe a payment plan works. Maybe an added bonus solves it. Maybe a timeline adjustment fixes everything. Step 3. Trade. Never cave. This is the most important habit you can build as a negotiator. A cave sounds like this. "Okay, I will lower the price." Full stop. Nothing gained. You gave. They took. And now they know you will always give if they push. A trade sounds like this. "I can adjust the price if we can agree on a 12-month contract." You give something. You get something. Both sides feel the deal was earned. Research by Huthwaite International in 2019 found that sellers who trade instead of cave close deals 27% more often. Trading is not just more fair. It is more effective. Step 4. Handle the most common buyer pushbacks with prepared responses. Buyers use the same lines every single time. When you are prepared, nothing they say will catch you off guard. Pushback number 1. Your competitor is cheaper. This is one of the most common things a buyer will say. And one of the most mishandled. The wrong response. Panicking and immediately offering to match or beat the price without knowing a single thing about what the competitor is actually offering. The right response. Ask what the competitor is including at that price. Make the buyer compare properly. Most of the time, cheaper means less. Pushback number 2. I need to think about it. This line is almost never about thinking. It is about uncertainty. Something is unclear, and the buyer does not know how to say it directly. Say, "Of course. Can I ask what part of this you are still unsure about?" That question opens the real conversation the buyer was not ready to start on their own. Pushback number 3. Is that the best you can do? This is a classic pressure line. The buyer is not asking for information. They are testing your confidence. Stay completely calm. Say, "It is my best price at these terms. But I am open to exploring what we can adjust to make this work for both of us." You are not folding. You are redirecting toward a trade. Step 5. Know your walkaway point before you sit down. This one step alone will save you from more bad deals than anything else in this video. Your walkaway point is the minimum you will accept before the deal stops being worth doing. You set it before the meeting. Alone. Calmly. Not during the pressure. Without a walkaway point. When the pressure hits, you make decisions based on emotion. And emotional decisions in a negotiation almost always cost you. A 2020 study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that negotiators who set a clear walkaway point in advance made significantly fewer impulsive concessions and were far more satisfied with their outcomes. Now let us put the whole framework together. 5 steps. Use them in every negotiation, every single time. Let me show you the whole framework in action. A seller offers a service package at $5,000. The buyer comes back and says, "We were thinking more like $3,500. The amateur seller feels the pressure immediately. Without asking a single question, they start dropping the number. The buyer barely had to try. The seller leaves with $3,800. Having given away over $1,000 they never had to give. And a quiet feeling they cannot shake, that they gave too much away. Now here is the professional seller in the exact same situation. They hear the $3,500 offer, and they do not move. They pause. Then they ask one question. The buyer explains that their budget was approved at $3,500. Now the pro seller knows exactly what they are solving, not a value problem. A budget constraint. The pro seller responds, "I cannot do the full package at $3,500. But if we extend to a 12-month contract, I can bring the monthly investment down to fit your budget." The deal closes at a higher total value than the buyer originally wanted to pay. Both sides satisfied. That is the difference between caving and trading. The best negotiators are not the most aggressive. They are the most prepared. Preparation beats pressure every single time. Know your numbers. Understand their needs. Trade. Never cave. Do those 3 things and you will close more deals. Keep more margin and build relationships that last. Drop a comment and tell me which of the 5 steps you are using first. Share this with one person who needs it. Hit subscribe, a new sales lesson drops every week. Sell more. Keep more. Know more. See you next time.